Remote Monitoring Application Interview with Acal BFi and Thinnovation.
Hi, I'm Nick Burkinshaw from Thinnovation, and we're talking today about our product Remon.
I'm Alan Reid from Acal. I'm the field application engineer, and I'm talking about the different technologies that we can offer for the solution.
What is Remon?
It's all about remote monitoring an asset and getting the data from sensors through a local controller to a gateway and into the cloud. It's quite an interesting concept because we're using several different radio technologies and GSM, and bringing all that data together into a cloud platform which can then be accessed via any web browser.
What were your design challenges?
It initially came around as a design for monitoring boats, and not your typical gin palaces, but more around the weekend sailor. So it's very cost sensitive, and yet needs to be as versatile as possible. We're providing access to sensors all around the boat over a wireless link into a controller on the boat, which can take some analysis of that data and prepare that and deliver that either over cellular network into the cloud directly, or through LoRaWAN, low power wireless network, into a gateway and then into the cloud.
So are these challenges unique to this application?
More and more these days, people are wanting to get information from sensors and up into the cloud, so they can do some analysis on the information and make some decisions, whether it's an alert for a burglar alarm system or to tell somebody that the water's too hot in the public toilet.
So what was the greatest challenge facing Remon?
It is the range that we actually need between the boats and the gateways, and to do it very, very low powered to make the batteries and things last.
And how did you discover Acal BFi?
It was as a direct contact. I looked around for a LoRaWAN solution, found a manufacturer called Mbit in Italy, and making contact with Mbit, they directly referred me to Acal. Alan called me, and from that first call he's been nothing but a fantastic aid to the whole solution.
What was your first impression to this inquiry?
Maybe the opportunity to sell a gateway for somebody who wants to do some experiments, but now I sort of realise the full depth of the project. I realise it's not just the LoRa, there's lots of other technologies that Acal can support with this project.
How did Acal BFi support Thinnovation?
We supply support in supplying samples and technical support, data and technical advice to help with the designing of these products.
Were you expecting this level of support?
To be honest, I've used mainline distributors for a number of projects over the years, and I have never had the level of response and support I've had from Acal. It's been very impressive. For example, I needed to know more about the technology, and Alan very quickly set up a call between myself and the designers in Italy. We got hold of the gear, and I am now in contact with lead programmer on the product, so I can actually give feedback to Mbit, and that's all thanks to that initial conversation with Acal.
What impact did this have on the project?
It's just helped the project move through so quickly. So, for example, there were technical issues around other parts of the product, the sensors, that Alan has introduced me to a technical solution provider who completely understands the situation and is able to help us design and develop those sensors. Those sensors take on another product from Acal, the 433 megahertz transceivers, and also those sensors incorporate the sensor technologies from people like Bosch, also supplied by Acal. It's that line card, every time I have a question about another digital product or sensor, Acal can supply it, and Alan knows about it.
What are the next steps?
Nick's got to do a lot of testing in the field with the system, and to prove the technology and to make sure that his investors are willing to take the project further forward. And we are looking and talking to Nick also in the background about the final manufacturing of the product.
Would you recommend Acal BFi?
It's the best possible partner I could hope for this project. Acal BFi have proved themselves to be excellent for that.
And finally, will Remon be available to customers soon?
Absolutely, yes. Because although we started out with boats, following on from that, we've got requirements for prototyping in a number of other markets. So yes, watch this space. Remon will be a household word.